All right, well, it's 11 o'clock, so I'm calling to order this meeting of the Cape Cod Gateway Commission. It's being recorded and broadcast in the town of Barnstable's Government Access Channel. In accordance with Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 20, the chair must inquire whether anyone else is recording this meeting, and if so, please make their presence known. Okay, hearing nothing, let's go on to a roll call. Sue?
Certainly. Chairman Flores is not present. Vice Chairman Gio?
Here.
Clerk Weil?
Here.
Commissioner Beerworth?
Here.
Commissioner Bailey? Commissioner DeGeorge?
Here.
Yarmouth Rep Christine Greeley?
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. Thank you.
Okay, and Sue, just, I don't know if anybody heard Commissioner Bailey, but he is here. He was just on mute. You got it. Okay, good. All right. Let's proceed forward. Hearing somebody in the background.
I don't know. It's like news in the background.
Do you have the TV on?
Not
I don't think it's me, but I'll mute.
All right.
I don't hear it anymore. All right, with that, let's please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance
of the United States of America to the republic
for which it
for which
stands,
it stands, one nation, under God.
indivisible, with liberty and justice. Okay. All right, moving on. There is no old business. There's one item under new business, which is Commission Item 0724-01. Review and approve the lease agreement by and between the Cape Cod Gateway Airport and the Island Cafe and Grill LLC. At this time, I will accept a motion to approve the proposed 1 year with two additional 1-year extension options of the lease agreement by and between the Cape Cod Gateway Airport and the Island Cafe LLC, effective July 1st, 2024, for 1,339 square feet of space in the terminal. Are there any motions?
So I move to approve.
Okay, Wendy moves. Is there a second? Okay, Norman second. Have discussion.
Sure. I just wanted to draw your attention to Erica Sterling, who has joined us. Erica, if you could take yourself off mute real quick. Erica is with Island Cafe and Grill, and her husband have been working with the airport for various events over the past couple of years, but both her and Patrick had a keen interest of starting the Island Cafe and Grill Express here at the airport. So thanks for joining us today, Erica.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And I'll have Erica stay on, so if you have questions for her, after I give the rationale, you can ask Erica any of your questions you might have. So let me just give the background and rationale. So as you may be aware, the airport has had a hard time in the past keeping a food service provider in the terminal to serve airport customers, mainly due to its seasonal activity. Its high seasonal activity is when we need to have food service available to us. Since my time at the airport, we have had 2 food service providers that found it difficult to maintain a presence here at the facility and or to make money at the facility. Erica and Patrick knew this going into it, and we discussed it at length with them to make sure they knew what they were getting into. The attached lease uses language that we've had in previous leases. So for Cape Cod Coffee, who is here, and for the Centerville Pie Company that was here. So I reused some of that language as it made sense for the rental structure. So it's very similar to, I don't know why we have, oh, is that Erica? I'm going to mute you, Erica. There we go. So the attached lease that I provided to you on Friday, Erica got it at the same time, Erica and Patrick. So the only thing that they are aware of in that lease was the insurance that was required, because we had them sign the agreement with us in case we didn't have the lease ready in time. So the language and rental structure, like I said, is similar to what we had for the terminal space previously, where the fee for the square footage is either non-existent or minimal, with negotiated rates occurring in year 2 of the option renewal, and is dependent on the success of the food vendor in that previous year. So basically, and just to give you an example, Cape Cod Coffee, when we were here, we had a percentage of gross based on them making in their first year $150,000, and it was 1% of gross. That never happened. You know, they were lucky if they made, $100 a day or more. So we said, let's stop, let's put a pause on it. Let's say, provide the food service, but let's relook at that in year 2 to see how well did you do? What were your gross sales during that time? We also started to think outside of the box for this lease in allowing for the cafe to provide food service to others, to use the space as catering if they wanted to. They could use the space to cater to our fixed base operators, such as Atlantic Aviation and others. So we wanted to provide them with that opportunity as well. Obviously, they would need to provide us with a record of their gross revenues from all services provided through the airport's cafe. The lease also allows for the cafe to have aviation retail, which would be similar to what we see in some of these other airport uses. We're combining the use to provide Erica and Patrick with all capabilities or ability to make revenue during the season. So the aviation revenue or airport revenue would be airport retail. It'd be your typical goods and services that you see that passengers might be looking for as they go through a terminal. Magazines, newspapers, local content, local tchotchkes that are about Cape Cod that they could buy at the airport. We also wanted to make sure that our other tenants on the airfield knew of their existence so that they could coordinate with them as well, to again provide them with the best possibility for them to make money at the airport. So up until this point, we have not been very successful in getting another food provider. Both Patrick and Eric indicated that they wanted to start with cold food that they would store in their refrigerator that they bought for the space. They would have salads, sandwiches available, and we are allowing them to use our hot dog warmer so they could have hot dogs as well in the cafe. So right now, year 1 is annual base rent is at 0. We have them paying for electricity at $25 per month for electricity. We do have in the lease a clause that indicates that if for some reason our rates go up, that their rate will go up as well. John Flores asked at one point to make sure that if they start utilizing the cafe more for their catering services and we see increases in gas use or increases in more electricity because of that, then we would plan accordingly and we would modify their utility bill to be associated with that. Let me see here. I have that the year 1 option renewal would look at a percentage of gross based on the previous year's sales. And then if they went for option 2, which would be year 3 of the lease, again, we would look at previous sales and come up with a negotiated rate that makes sense for all parties. That's all I have for the rationale. Any comments or questions for either myself or Erica and Patrick?
Wendy?
Hi, on the parking, if I remember correctly, we're gonna use the employee parking area
That
for
is-
them. Is that correct? And then it says that if that there's not enough space there, they can go into the regular parking, and with the permission of the lessor, use spaces there. I mean, they don't need to get permission every time someone wants to come in there, right?
No,
Has-
so we'll allow them to use the employee lot. We're going to give them a key to open up the arm to the employee lot. So when they come in the morning and they start their service, and when they leave in the afternoon, they can close that arm so that it's only open during cafe hours. Two is if for some reason that employee lot is filled up, they'll be able to use the main terminal parking lot, and we will give Erica and Patrick a stamp so that if somebody buys food from there, they will get their ticket stamped. I just don't want it to be stamped for somebody that's going to be staying there for a week. So obviously, if they're buying food, it's for only for the purposes of just that one day food purchase. It's not for somebody that's going to park their car there for a week.
Right.
Will there be any type of a tent sign out in front of that parking lot that indicates it's cafe parking?
Yes, so we have utilized in the past concrete bollards with signs on them that basically say we have about 10 of them that identified it was for Cape Cod Coffee. We'll do the same that identifies, and we're just going to have it generic. It will say cafe parking only.
I don't mean for the spaces, I mean out on the curb. In other words, how will people know that that area can be used for cafe parking?
So we need to do some marketing for that, and that's what we did in the past with Cape Cod Coffee. We had to basically put it out there that parking was available for free if you come to the cafe. So we have these 24 by 36 A-frame signs that we can put out there as well, but it's also marketing so that people know that if they want to go to the cafe, they can park for free.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Joe?
Yeah, Katie, is this strictly a grab and go, or are they gonna be seating there? And where's the furniture coming from? Are they supplying it? We supplying it? How is that gonna work?
Sure. So it's grab and go, but we do have furniture in the cafe that they can utilize. In fact, some of our customers are already using the patio and using those seats for their own for eating as well. So they can sit down in the cafe. That's our furniture, and it's stated in the lease that it's the airport's furniture that they need to maintain and take care of. But the seating has been provided.
How do
Okay,
you-
thank you.
All right, any other questions or comments?
I'd just like to say welcome. We're really glad that you are doing this, Erica, and we're here to help you however we can.
Great.
Oh, Erica, unmute yourself for a second. Oh,
Thank you.
there's Patrick. We can see
Yeah, there's
Patrick too.
Patrick. Yes. We're nervous, but we're excited also. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
Well-
I think it will be great, and we'll do our best to make sure that we advertise it whenever we can. In fact, we have it already scheduled on our social media to go out 4 times during this month about the cafe. We have A-frame signs that Sue put together for me, Sue and Kim from our office, that will go out that basically says, you know, well, we already have signs out that say the cafe is coming, and now we have signs that say when it's open. So when you guys are ready to open, we have signs for that too. And then we'll put more A-frame signs out based on what Mark had just mentioned about use of the cafe.
Okay. Okay.
Griff?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Griff, you're on mute.
I'm present. Should I get one on the base?
All right,
Here you go.
there's more better.
Okay.
I am here, according to Chairman Flores, I still have a vote because there's a vacancy, but whether I do or not, I want to welcome Eric and Kevin and the Island Cafe. I know that they have participated in our flight line festivities and provided wonderful food and good conversation and other libations. So
Thank you.
as I am departing, I want to welcome you very much to our community.
Thank you so much.
you
We
so much.
appreciate it.
It's Patrick.
Oh, Patrick, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Griff. Any other comments or questions? All right, in that case, I'll move the question. All those in favor of the motion respond by saying aye.
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 Opposed?
If I have a vote, aye.
All right, looks like it's unanimous.
Thank you all. Really appreciate it. And it looks like Erica and Patrick are downstairs in the cafe, so I'm going to pop down and say hello.
I
Yes,
have,
we are.
Mr. Chair,
Yes. Mr.
may I
Wood.
interject? This would be under announcements, commissioners' comments. Is it possible to, I got a quick bit of business to cover. And this is the briefest summary you will ever hear. But this is Cape Cod Gateway Airport Commission. It is the summary of the airport manager's annual performance evaluation, which through June 30th, 2024. And just real briefly, 7 commissioners provided evaluations using the town of Barnstable standard appraisal format. 40 individual category ratings ranged from completely satisfactory to outstanding. The 7 overall scores averaged 34.1, which is within the rating range of outstanding. And Katie, since we just renewed your contract, the last things that I had to do as an official vote was participate in that. Congratulations for a great year and great performance with you and your team. I mean, the whole, from the manager's office down to the ramp and all the guys out on the field, everybody, just congratulations to all of you for a job well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And you're
John,
right, it is the team.
Chairman Flores and I will, finish up the report together, and we'll sit down with Katie at a future date.
Thank you, Griff. I appreciate that. And thank you all. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right, anything else under commissioners' comments? Okay, as far as matters not reasonably anticipated by the chair, Griff, did you submit a letter to the town resigning from the commission?
I never submitted a letter. I might have, but I know that I spoke with Christine, with
Cynthia.
Cynthia Lovell down in the town office. So they're well aware of it. If you want it in writing, I'm pretty sure I did it in writing by email quite some time back.
You
Yeah.
did. You sent her an email.
Okay. And
Thank you, Katie.
that had an effective date of June 30th in your email.
That is, yeah, it would have been whenever the term runs out. I did not seek reappointment.
Right. So
However,
all I would
go ahead.
ask is that you, because you control this, right? In other words, you're the one who submitted your resignation. If you want to continue instead until there is another appointment, can you coordinate with the town with that request to supersede?
I've already put in a call to Cynthia Lovell. I'm waiting to hear her return. Whether or not how it all works and what to do.
Okay.
Until that vacancy is filled by the town, which should be very shortly. I presume there's a short list that they're working on real quick.
Right. What I'm thinking is if you hadn't submitted your email resignation and your term just expired, well, then that would be a different story. Where if you are allowed to continue on until there's another appointment. What I'm concerned about is that you did submit the email and something's got to countermand that, because that was your call, right?
Oh, definitely my call.
Yeah, right. So if you could just coordinate with that and let John and I know what the status is, that would be great.
In progress, not a problem.
Thank you, sir. Wendy, did you have something?
Yeah, just one real quick question. On the strategic plan, the list of invitations that are going out, will Councilor Turkelson be on that? Are you sending it to all of the town councilors?
Yeah, Mark and I have not put together the list yet, but we definitely will. I think it should be afforded at least to our liaison and other town councils that are interested. I'm sure there will be more interest to be part of it.
Right.
So Mark and I will come up with that list and share it with the group.
I'd appreciate it if you could include her. That would be great. Thank you.
And that was who, Wendy?
Councilor Turkelson?
Okay, thank you. All right. Anything else? All right, with that, hearing nothing, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
All right, made and seconded. Any discussion? If not, all in favor of adjournment? Go on by saying
Aye.
We are
All right.
July 16th. All right, thank you all.